From Asia, thank you for joining us today for the One Revolution virtual press conference live from the Singapore Indoor Stadium. My name is Dom Lau, and I will be joined by some of the top martial artists competing on September 24th at One Revolution. We also have media from all around the world patched in with us online. We are excited to get through this, so let's get things started right now. Please help me welcome up onto the stage our athletes. First up, heavyweight striker Anderson Braddock Silva. Making his MMA debut, the BJJ legend that is Marcus Buchecha Almeida. Making her one debut, undefeated atomweight Victoria Souza. The third member of the Lee family in one championship, rising atomweight star Victoria the Prodigy Lee. Next up, former one strawweight world champion Yosuke the Ninja Saruta. Following him, the undisputed one strawweight champion of the world, Joshua the Passion Pacio. Next, one bantamweight kickboxing world title challenger, Medizatu. Following him, the undisputed one bantamweight kickboxing champion of the world, Capitan. Next up, the number 3 contender and one lightweight world title challenger, Mr. Ok Rae Yoon. And now the undisputed one lightweight champion of the world, Christian the Warrior Lee. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. But first, to kickstart our virtual press conference today, I would like to invite to the stage the chairman and CEO of One Championship, Mr. Chatri Sitchatong, for a few welcoming remarks. Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the One Revolution press conference, everybody. It's exciting to be back with full cards. I want to give a big shout out of gratitude to the Singapore government for allowing us to have this bubble so that we're able to have world-class action, the world's greatest martial artists for fans all over the world. And 3 world title fights. We have 2 heavyweight elimination fights. One heavyweight eliminator, title eliminator, and 1 featherweight title eliminator. And of course, we have Christian Lee defending his world title against Rae Yoon, who upset Eddie Alvarez in shocking manner. And we have Capitan, one-punch KO power, kickboxing world champion against Medizatu, who's also a former world champion in different organizations. And we have the trilogy fight between Joshua Pacio and Yosuke Saruta. That one is going to be a barn burner. Every single fight, I'm so excited. And one of the debuts I'm really excited for is for Buchecha, my good friend Buchecha, 13-time Jiu-Jitsu world champion, the most winningest black belt world champion, making his MMA debut against Anderson Braddock Silva, dangerous heavyweight striker. And of course, we have 2 undefeated prospects, Victoria Souza and Victoria Lee, 2-0 and 5-0. With that, I'll throw it off to the athletes now.
Thank you very much, Chatri. Okay, well, let's get this started right now. We'll start with one championship heavyweight, Mr. Anderson Silva. Welcome to Singapore, sir. How excited are you to be back in the one circle and competing against a multi-time BJJ world champion in Buchecha Almeida?
Como você se sente estar de volta no One e competindo contra o 17 vezes campeão mundial de Jiu-Jitsu, Marcos Bochecha?
Olá a todos. Eu estou muito feliz de estar aqui, eu me sinto em casa, o One é minha casa, é meu emprego. Me sinto privilegiado por poder lutar com o Bochecha. Ele é um amigo, é brasileiro. Espero dar boas-vindas a ele e que possamos fazer uma celebração maravilhosa no cage amanhã.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to fight with Bochecha. Bochecha is a friend. I hope I can do my best, and tomorrow I'm gonna show.
Well, sir, you've never disappointed before. We look forward to seeing you back in action. Thank you. Marcus Bochecha Almeida, your MMA debut in One has been highly anticipated by all martial arts fans around the world, and you are now here, finally, on Fight Week. What statement will you be making this Friday night?
First of all, hello everyone. For me, it's a huge pleasure to be here finally after so long. And it's happening. I'm really excited. I'm really happy to be making my MMA debut inside the One circle, and just gonna do my best. The training, I have done a lot of training, so I hope I can put everything together and show what I'm capable of. I'm fighting against a great legend, Anderson Braddock Silva. Like he said, we are friends. And after so many changes, they put two Brazilians to fight against each other. But it is what it is. It's part of the job. So it's going to be a great fight. The classic grappler against a great striker. So must be a good show to watch.
I have no doubt it will be, sir, and the entire world will be watching. Thank you very much. Okay, let's say hi now to Victoria Souza, who is trained with renowned strawweight Amanda Ribas. Now here she is on the global martial arts stage, ready to take on the prodigy, Victoria Lee. But Victoria Souza, how do you think, or do you think rather, that you are the underdog going into this matchup? If so, what are you planning to do this Friday night?
Você não é a favorita para essa luta. Qual será o seu plano de luta para sexta-feira?
Boa noite. Primeiro, eu estudei muito o jogo da minha adversária. Eu sei como ela é tanto na parte em pé quanto no chão. E eu estudei muito o jogo, me preparei muito com a minha equipe e eu tenho certeza que eu vou vencer essa luta mesmo não sendo a favorita.
I studied a lot of her game, her top game, her ground game. I'm ready and I'm sure that I'm gonna win this fight.
Thank you very much. But right now, let's check in with the other Victoria, that is the prodigy, Victoria Lee, back in the circle for a third time this year after two very impressive victories. Victoria, what have you learned about your opponent? And really the question is, will we be expecting another exciting finish?
I've been able to watch tape on my opponent, and I think she's an exciting fighter like myself. And I think tomorrow night we're going to put on an exciting show for the fans, and it's going to end in the first round for sure.
Wow. Okay, exciting is the word. Thank you very much to both Victorias. Okay, so this Friday at One Revolution, it's history in the making. Let's talk now to the undisputed One strawweight champion of the world himself, Joshua Pacio. First, before that, let's just go first to your opponent, Yosuke the Ninja Saruta. Sir, welcome to Singapore once again. This is your chance to set the record straight and reclaim your belt. How different are you now from the Saruta who lost that belt to Joshua Pacio 2 years ago?
サルタ選手、今回シンガポールに、再び戻ってこられましたけれども、今回、ベルトを取り返すチャンスとなりました。2年前の、対戦と違い、どの点について一番、大きく違うでしょうか。
そうですね、メンタル面が違うと思います。 前回は自分がチャンピオンとしてジョシュア・パショー選手と戦いましたけども、今回はチャレンジャーとして戦います。
From now today, last time I fight with Joshua Pacio with a champion, but this time is I'm gonna be the challenger. So this most important thing, different things is mentor. My mentor is.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Okay, so let us now go to the undisputed one strawweight champion of the world, Joshua Pacio, sir. The last remaining title holder in Team Lakay and indeed the Philippines, back to defend the belt again against a familiar foe. How have you improved since your last fight against Saruta, and what do you think will be the difference in this fight?
Hello everyone, it's good to be back again. It's been 1 year and 8 months and I'm so excited to be back again inside the circle. And yeah, it's been I think two years since the rematch, and you can see in our past fights, we've been improving. Even Saruta has been improving, and it's the reason why we are leveling up each day. Motivate. He's the reason why I'm very motivated to level up every day. So we're gonna show it this tomorrow night. So it's gonna be an explosive fight.
Yes, sir. We cannot wait for that. Great insights there from the champion. Also at the head table is our next world title challenger, Medizatu. Tell us why you will be the next one bantamweight kickboxing world champion.
Especially, I trained very hard for that fight. My fight camp is nearly 7 months. I not stop, and I will put all my life tomorrow on this cage. I am in fire now. I just want to show everyone, my team, my family, and all the world, I can do everything. Doesn't matter the age, I will show everything.
Well, we look forward to seeing you showcase your talents. Let's speak now to the undisputed one bantamweight kickboxing champion of the world from Thailand, Kapitan. Sir, what do you have in store for the title challenger sat opposite you, Medizatu, this Friday night?
ค่ะ คุณกัปตันไม่ทราบว่าในการแข่งขันวันพรุ่งนี้นะคะมีการเตรียมการยังไงมาจัดการกับผู้ท้าชิงอย่างคุณเมดิซาตูดบ้างคะ
ก็มีการเตรียมตัวที่เต็ม100%แล้วครับก็พยายามให้สนุกแล้วก็พยายามสร้างสถิติใหม่จะเอาเพิ่มขึ้นเหมือนเดิมครับ
Well, I have prepared myself 100%, and tomorrow I'm going to entertain the crowd and maintain and always remain my belt, the world title.
All right, can't wait to see that match. Thank you very much. Okay, so this man has just come off a dominant victory over MMA legend Eddie Alvarez. He is now here to challenge the one lightweight world champion himself. Ok Rae Yoon, you have proven that you deserve this title shot. But what, if anything, should Christian Lee be careful of this Friday night?
이번에는 남자 이종격투기 레전드 에디 알바레즈 선수와 압도적인 승리를 겨루고 원레이트 세계 챔피언십으로 도전하기 위해 오신 옥래윤 선수입니다. 이 타이틀을 받을 자격이 있다고 증명하셨는데요. 크리스천이 금요일 밤에 주의해야 할 점은 무엇이 있나요?
크리스천 리 선수는 아직 엄청 어리고 굉장히 빠른 스피드를 가지고 있어요. 그리고 스피드뿐만 아니라 폭발력이 좋기 때문에 순간적으로 들어오는 그런 순간적으로 거리를 좁혀서 들어오는 그런 공격들을 조심해야 될 건데 그런 대비는 이미 많은 훈련을 통한 이미지 트레이닝과 훈련을 통한 작전이 완전히 지금 훈련되었기 때문에 그런 거는 다 문제되지 않고 그날의 컨디션에 따라서 좋은 경기 만들어낼 수 있을 것 같습니다. 네.
Christian is a young and speedy fighter. He has explosive, impulsive, short-distance fights. So I think all he needs to watch out for is just make sure he's in the best top condition.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And of course, up next, the undisputed one lightweight champion of the world, Christian Lee. Christian, Man, you have smashed all the lightweights in one championship, and Ok is the last piece of that puzzle to solidify your position. What do you think will be the difference in this fight come Friday night?
Well, you know, I have cleared out most of the lightweight division. However, the only man left standing in my way is Ok Rae Yoon. He's a great fighter, and I absolutely believe that he's earned his way up to this title shot. I've been training harder than I've trained in my entire life, and I know that come Friday night, I'm going to be more than ready to defend my belt and put on a great show for the fans.
Thanks very much, champ. Appreciate it. Okay, so we have heard from all of our panelists, and we will now open the Q&A to our friends in the media. Just a bit of a reminder, members of the media, to ask your questions, please remember to raise your hands on the Zoom, and we will then unmute you when I call your name and publication to ask your question. So I think first question of the session comes from Damon Martin of MMA Fighting. You're on.
Hey, everybody. First question is for the champion, Christian Lee. Christian, because you have beaten so many of the top lightweights already in one championship, what does Ok Rae Yoon represent to you? Is he the toughest challenge, or is he just the next guy in line?
Ok Rae Yoon stands as the toughest challenge that I've had to face to date. He's the only man standing in the top 5, and I will not take him lightly.
And Christian, I know you talked about the potential of going to welterweight, maybe pursuing a second world title. If everything goes well for you in this event and you defeat Ok Rae Yoon, is there anyone left for you at lightweight? Is Eddie Alvarez still interesting, or would welterweight be more interesting after this fight?
I definitely have goals of being a welterweight world champion as well. But right now, there's nothing more important than the fight at hand, and I'll talk about future fights after I get past this opponent.
Thank you, Christian.
All right, thank you very much, Damon. Our next question comes from Jesse Holland, MMA Mania. You're live.
Hi, this question is for Victoria Lee. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Victoria, you've now registered 2 dominant wins under the one banner, both finishes. And I think you've demonstrated that you belong here, but the pre-fight talking points continue to center on your age. Do you think an impressive performance at Revolution against what is obviously a very dangerous opponent will start to shift the narrative from your age to your abilities?
I definitely plan on bringing an exciting performance tomorrow night, and I do feel that it will negate the comments about my age.
All right, thank you very much, Jesse. Next up from Hong Kong, SCMP MMA, Nick Etkin, you're on.
Hey guys, this question just for Joshua Pacio. Josh, it's been so long since we've seen you. You've had to watch all of your teammates come back and fight. Could you just talk a little bit more about why you were gone so long and just the frustration you must have been feeling?
Yeah, like what I've said, it's been 1 year and 8 months, and it's been very hard because of the pandemic. And like earlier this year, I got COVID-19, so it's hard. But we are a fighter, not just in a circle, but in real life. So we overcome the COVID, and here we are. We're 100% ready, 100% mentally, spiritually, physically ready, and we're on.
And does being the only title holder now in Team Lakai, does that add extra pressure for you, or do you embrace that pressure?
We've been doing martial arts half of my life, and pressure is already my friend. It's part of my journey, and no, there's no added pressure. And we're saying being the lone champion in Team Lakai in the Philippines, I'm confident with my teammates in the near future, there will be a champion.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Nick. Up next from Cage Side Press, Jay Anderson.
Hey, thank you very much. And first question for both Joshua and Yosuke Saruta. There's been so many great trilogies in MMA history from Ortiz Shamrock and more recently DC Stipe. I'm just wondering if this series of fights will be what you think defines you when all is said and done at the end of your careers.
For me, this will be one of the greatest fights in my career, and Saruta has been one of my motivation to, like what I've said, to level up every day. And we're here not just to look for a finish, but to dominate. So it's gonna be fire versus fire. It's gonna be explosive tomorrow.
And same question for Yosuke.
Same question for Yosuke Saruta.
サルタ選手、同じ質問させていただきます。今回2回目のジョシュア・パシオ選手との試合、そしてゆくゆく3回目トリロジーということも考えられますが、今回の試合と今後の展望についてお伺いしたいと思います。
そうですね。今回の試合では前回ちょっと自分の強みだったメンタルの部分が出せなかったので、ジョシュア・パシオ選手を海の深く底に沈めるようなイメージで、海の底で我慢比べ、どっちが息を続くかっていうようなメンタルの勝負をしたいと思っています。でこの勝負に勝って、自分は次のステージ、自分が戦いたいデメトリアス・ジョンソンとの戦いをアピールしたいと思っています。
So first match with Joshua Pacio, so I couldn't show up my mentality and losing this fight. But this time, second fight, I would like to against with Joshua Pacio, driving my mentality and knock him out like a deep ocean. So if I win this fight, I would like to show up and I would like to fight Demetrius Johnson in the future in my career.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you both of you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, I have a question here from Tyrat. This is for Kapitan. Do you have any plans to cross over into the Bantamweight Muay Thai division to challenge for the world title against Nong-O Gayang Hadao?
ค่ะคุณกัปตันไม่ทราบว่าคุณกัปตันมีความคิดที่จะไปชิงแชมป์กีฬามวยไทยรุ่นแบนทัมเวทเพื่อท้าชิงแชมป์โลกกับพี่น้องโอ๋ไก่ย่าง5 ดาวบ้างไหมคะ
ก็ตอนนี้ยังไม่ได้คิดที่จะข้ามไปมวยไทยครับก็ยังอยากรักษาตำแหน่งคิกบ็อกซิ่งเอาไว้ให้นานที่สุดครับ
So as of now I'm thinking of maintaining my kickboxing world champion title. I'm not thinking about crossing over to Muay Thai.
All right, thank you very much, champ. Next up, we have Leon Jennings from Asian Persuasion MMA. You're up, sir.
Hi, question for Chatri. It's about 1X. It's on a Sunday. I was wondering what's the thinking behind that and whether you can reveal any more fights for that event.
All I can say about 1X is it's going to be the biggest show in history of One, and super excited. We gave you a sneak peek of the first 3 fights. DJ versus Rotang in a special rules fight, a mixture of Muay Thai rules and MMA rules. First round, 3 minutes of Muay Thai. If DJ survives that, it goes to 3 minutes of MMA second round. If Rotang survives that, third round is 3 minutes of Muay Thai. And the last round, if DJ survives the third round, is MMA. So it's going to be one of these really fascinating fights where first round, Rotang is going to go all out to try to KO DJ as he's going to go all out. DJ, on the other hand, has to be very, very careful. And then it switches in the second round where DJ has to go all out and try to get the finish. And Rotang has to be on the defensive. So this is a really interesting, fascinating fight between 2 GOATs at the prime and the peak of their careers in different sports. And it's just something fun for the fans. We have more world title fights coming up and some more big announcements coming up. regarding 1X. It's on a Sunday because we're actually going to broadcast it in new territories, and so I'll just leave it at that.
Cool, thanks. Can't wait.
All right, thank you very much, Leon. So next we have from Sanuk, we have Hetch on the line.
ครับถามกัปตันนะครับก็จากโอเค Do you
Yes,
hear
sir.
me
Yes.
โอเคโอเคถามกัปตันนะครับก็จากที่ได้ศึกษาการฟอร์มของเมดิซาทูมาครับคิดว่าจุดอ่อนและจุดแข็งของคู่แข่งรายนี้คืออะไรครับ
Let me just we should check the English translator before.
So, Kapitan, so from what you have studied your opponent, Medizatu, can you share what you find his strength and his weaknesses to us?
ก็จุดอ่อนของเขาก็คือด้วยอายุของเขาเยอะคือแรงปลายยกเขาไม่ค่อยดีครับคือเป็นจุดอ่อนของเขาทำให้ได้ครับตรงนี้ครับแล้วก็จุดแข็งของเขาคือประสบการณ์ผ่านมวยแล้วก็ความเก่าของเขามีเยอะอย่างเงี้ยครับคือแข่งที่ระวังแล้วก็น่ากลัวครับ
Gotta change his mic.
So to me, I think his weaknesses would be that he's older than me. So maybe his strength will not be as much as mine. But his strength is that his experience throughout the years of his fight.
โอเคแค่นี้ครับ Thank you guys.
Thank you very much. All right, next up we have Chris Mancuso, Top on Sports.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So this question off the hop is for Oak. Now, Oak, you've gone from underdog against Eddie Alvarez and Gafarov to now about to fight Christian Lee for the title. How has that been, managing the pressure and being able to seize the moment all at once?
네, 옥내현 선수님, 에디 알가레즈와 가파로프까지 같이 승부를 내셨는데 지금 언더독으로 불리고 계시는데 지금 크리스천과의 싸움에서는 심정이 어떠신지 여쭈고 있습니다.
앞선 두 경기가 다 언더독이었어요. 그리고 이번에도 언더독으로 알고 있는데 언더독이건 탑독이건 아무 문제가 되지 않습니다. 뭐 같은 글러브를 끼고 같은 주어진 시간 안에서 케이지 안에서 두 명에서 이제 붙는 거기 때문에 조건은 이미 갖고 언더독이라는 거는 이미 사전에 다른 사람들이 이제 저를 경기를 평가하는 거일 뿐이고 경기 결과에는 전혀 지장을 주지 않습니다. 그리고 또 그런 이제 결과 인식 자체를 제가 경기 결과로서 바꾸면 되니까 전혀 문제가 되지는 않는 것 같습니다. 네.
Underdog or top dog, all of these are just titles. I think both of us are equally qualified for this match. We're given the same gloves, the same time, the same cage, and it's really up to who's the better fighter, who's more qualified. So this is just an impression, and I'm ready to get rid of that underdog impression by winning this match.
Awesome. Thanks, Oka. Christian, having defended your belt multiple times, does the pressure ever, go away? Have you found it easier as each defense has come, or do you always have some sort of...
With each fight and with each title defenses, the pressure is only going to increase. The stakes are just going to be raised. And, going into this match, it's no different. I feel like I have my back against the wall, and I'm going to be fighting for my life when I'm in there. So I've trained very hard for this match, and I'm more than ready to put it all on the line tomorrow night.
That's excellent. I just have one more for you and Chatri, actually. Now, going with the special rules match, you have DJ and Rotang. Is that something you would potentially look at with Christian Lee if he does get past Oak? Maybe something like that instead of going up for the welterweight title, or would it for sure be welterweight?
I think this is the DJ Rotang thing is I think a once-off. We want to do something spectacular. to celebrate our 10th year anniversary. Of course, one is the home of martial arts, the world's largest stage of martial arts. And we have a plethora of different martial arts from MMA to Muay Thai to kickboxing. We've even had a boxing world title fight and submission grappling and whatnot. So there is a lot of opportunity for entertaining crossover fights for sure. But for right now, DJ and Rotang are it's going to be the only fight.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you very much. And to all of the members of the media, we have heard from some of the world's top martial artists here today. Thank you all for taking the time out to join us, to prepare your questions. Guys, do not forget to watch One Revolution live from Singapore this Friday at 8:30 p.m. local time. It is set to be another night of explosive action. My name's Dom Lau. It's been a pleasure. Back up to you, Michael and Mitch.